Move on to exercise 8 from our textbook. First, we need to open a new drawing, and I'll leave the reference geometry ready here, okay? We'll habilitate the arc circle tool, and we'll make a circle with 20 as the radius. As you've seen on our other videos, the software standard is to always show the quotes with its diameter instead of its radius. So to alter that, we select the type option and habilitate the option show radius value. Because if you do so, the quotes keep themselves with the radius standard on the file. After that, we'll insert the measurements of 20 for XX and 15 for XY on the radius, like this, and we'll repeat it on the other side as well. Now we're going to select the line tool and close the geometry up here. It's very simple. Just use the right mouse button to open Osnap and select the quadrant option before selecting each circle. After that, we'll delete our internal lines that don't belong to the geometry with the Line Partial Erase tool. Easy. Okay, now we're selecting the tool Profile Operation. On the Type tool, we're selecting the Closed option, and in the Options tool, we're selecting Offset. We'll select one of the lines and we'll input the measure 3. Then we confirm it. Right after, we'll smooth the edges on the geometry, selecting the Line tool and choosing Quadrant on Osnap. We're going to confirm the line position and leave it with any value as input. We're doing that to every other necessary part of the geometry until the lines are kind of separated from the rest. After that, we'll habilitate the Line Partial Erase tool, and we're going to erase any line that doesn't belong to the geometry, like this. Then we're starting the superior part of it. First, we'll select the Multiple Lines tool. Then, right after, we're inputting its measurements. Add 130 on XY and 30 on XX. On the edge of the geometry, we'll draw those patterns with measurements of 5 on XY and 5 on XX. After we create the first pattern, we'll select the Linear Pattern tool, which is this one, and we'll select the pattern to be repeated. After that, we'll input the measurement of how far those patterns will be from one another. We're inserting -10 so that this pattern will be sent below our current plan. The total of patterns to be reproduced is 5, already with this one we created. When we're done, we'll select the Multiple Lines tool, and we'll create our last tooth, because on the pattern quantity, it wasn't possible to conclude that our geometry. Let's type those two measurements again. Add 5 on XY and 25 on XX. After that, we'll habilitate Osnap and select the option Intersection. Select the line that will have the intersection to close the geometry, and confirm the quotes. We're drawing that detail that's missing in our geometry, selecting the Arc Circle tool, and habilitating the option Relative Point, so we can use this point here as a reference. We'll input the values needed, that being 20 on XY, 0 on XX, and 10 is the radius. Then we're habilitating the Line Partial Erase tool, and we'll erase any line that doesn't belong to our geometry. Now select the geometry, habilitate the Mirror tool, and select Endpoint. That endpoint ate the reference points for our center line, and we'll erase this construction line. Now we'll select those two lines apart and select Join Extend so that they can be pulled together. We'll add the missing circle on the top of our geometry now. Select Arc Circle again, habilitate Relative Point, and type the values needed. They are 30 on XX, 27.5 on XY, and 10 is the radius. Last but not least, we'll add the necessary center lines and add those quotes right here on the side of our geometry. And now we're done. Well, guys, that's it for today. Remember to subscribe, click the notification bell to receive our alerts for our weekly training videos.